Welcome.
And the crowd goes wild.
And the crowd. Welcome, race fans. This is Ron at Big Wizard TV in the booth with special guest Todd Wente.
Hey.
Soon to be
Dr. Todd.
Dr. Todd.
Dr. Todd. I got a couple more weeks and then I'm going to enjoy that Dr. Todd.
Dr. Todd. So right now it's just Todd.
Right now it's just Todd.
Just Todd.
I'm Todd.
Yep, there we go. Hey, qualifying is underway. These guys are out on the racetrack. They are not spreading out, giving themselves lots of room. They're all on top of each other. Isn't that great? And hey, one of the biggest fields we've had since mid-season. We have a pile of drivers out there tonight. Looking at 22 so far. We'll see if anybody else. They do have the 10-minute qualifying time to jump in. No, they don't. That's it. On this series, you can't jump in during quali. You're done. So this is our field.
So we got 22.
22 drivers it is.
Sounds good.
And this is going to be a barn burner.
You know, this is a track that rewards concentration and punishes distraction. Now, you can say that about every track, but this one especially. We just got done doing another race on the JNR series, and oh my goodness, the 1 second, the 1 millisecond of distraction winds up causing all kinds of difficulty.
Here's an interesting one. Check this out. We're watching Todd Schwartz. We'll stay on his car here for a minute. Todd Schwartz in the 420. Notice that car looks eerily familiar. Oddly familiar with the green tires.
Yeah.
And the purple paint job.
That looks very familiar to me.
That does, doesn't it? Let's go to the 14. And he's running the other paint job that normally runs on the 420. Now, maybe, let me try. Maybe there's a bug. Let me find it and see. We'll get the Trading Paints app update going. See it. Maybe we have a bug, but we'll see what's going on. So far, they're just getting out, finishing up their... no, they're on quali laps now. It is on. It is on. Oh! See why Todd is our most exciting driver. I'm not sure on that one. Maybe because
there was a wiggle behind him.
Maybe because he's running Brandon's paint job.
There you go.
Could be it. So while we get the paint job squared away, you'll see the cars will all flash white, and then they'll go back to whatever color they're actually supposed to be. That is picking that up really bad. It's picking up the cars. Let's tune that down so everybody in the world can hear what's important.
Which is us.
You and me.
That's us.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's not get things backwards here.
You don't want to hear the cars. You want to hear us.
Well, they can hear the cars, just don't want to hear them in the mic.
Well, there is. You know, one of the things that I love about this track is that if you can get to a point where you feel like you're in a groove, this track can really be enjoyable. But like we were saying just a little earlier, it doesn't take much to lose that groove when you're running through turns 3 and 4.
The hairpins.
You can lose it fast.
The hairpins are nice and fun. Nice and fun. We'll call them fun. Still not sure why we're watching the 420. Morgan with the quickest lap so far in practice. That's lap 2. His first lap. And there's 7 minutes to go here in qualifying, so they're going to have about time to do 7 laps if they get them all in. But that counts the warm-up laps, so they're probably only going to get 6 in total. Some of these guys are going to go a lap, maybe 2 laps, get a good one in, drop a good time. With the low fuel, they're going to jump back in the pits and try to get a couple more.
There you go.
There's that outside line. Did you see that outside line on turn 4? Did you see him go all the way out there?
Yes.
Morgan.
And that was where I needed to be. Yeah. I was always a little too far or a little too tight.
I think the... I think...
Boy, he cut that hard.
I think our guys here are messing with us with the paint jobs.
Are they just...
I don't think... I think they're messing with me.
Did they decide to share,
because
share paint jobs
that's
with each
Morgan's paint. And that's... Wow, he can go that far out there in turn 10?
Did he go on that? Did he get an X on that?
No, he just put the fastest lap up. So no.
Wow. That's amazing.
But that's Adam's paint. Yeah, see what he's doing? He did 2 laps. He parked it. And now he's going to come back out again.
He's going to change his paint while he's at it.
No, these guys, I think they're messing with me. I don't know. I'll have to ask them after the race. These guys are, I think they're really messing around here. Anyway, what difference does that make anyway?
Not a lot to anybody except us.
That's right. So Morgan's out front so far with the quickest time, and that time is, we'll tell you in a minute here, as we watch Joe Fierro, 1:30.226. Josh Bailey, 1:30.5. Brandon Dooley, that's 1:30.5 for Brandon as well. They're separated by 7 1,000ths of a second.
The first 4 racers that close.
All in 1:30s. And then 1:31s all the way back to P9 running 1:31s. Unbelievable. Did Alex make the cut?
Tight field.
Alex did make it. All right, cool. So both of my Atomic Racing teammates are in there. That's a good thing. And then let's see. We should have Jeff Wyatt here. He's in running the JNR Craftworks paint job. Of course, that's his company. He should run that paint job.
You know, if he's not running that paint job, I want to talk to him about running the Grandpa's Kitchen paint job.
There you go. And he's right behind. He's tailing his teammate. Maybe he's trying to get JP to go a little faster.
In the Ferraris.
In the pair of Ferraris tonight. That is Podium Pirates in the 2 Ferraris here.
They're going out really wide on that.
So we got Morgan still running up the top with Adam's paint job. Thanks, Morgan, for messing me up. And then Josh in his standard paint job. Thank you, Josh, for being where you're expected to be. I appreciate that. Brandon playing games. I'm wondering if it's an iRacing glitch.
Maybe it's an iRacing glitch.
But I'm not. You know what makes me think no is because Todd here in the Brandon Dooley paint is running the green rims. He's got green rims on the car. Look, I mean, I think he did it on purpose because the paint. Now the paint, as you know, comes from Trading Paints, but the rims you can only paint those in iRacing. So those rim colors don't come from Trading Paints.
Well, in that case, maybe they did get together in advance and say, we need to have some fun for this last race.
They might have. Rich Hibbs just come across the line, clicked off a fast lap for P4 in the 130s. Now we have 6 drivers in the 130s.
My goodness.
We'll see if Morgan can click off a 129, but right now, 6 drivers within 0.6 of a second. Jason with a 131, just 0.9 back. So these guys are flying. Here's Rich Hibbs, hails from Canada. Realm Motorsports is Rich's sponsor. Rich actually, on the back of his car, let's do a chase. Can we do a chase camera? Oh, yeah, right there. Look at that. Rich, I'm giving you one. I'm giving you a big one here, buddy. iRaceControl.com. Check them out. iRaceControl.com. They make race control software. So if you actually run a race league, he has software that'll pick out the incidents on the racetrack and show them to you. So when you have nice job, Rich. I mean, while we're watching
you.
Yeah, that's good. That's typical. That's pretty typical. Thanks, Rich. Appreciate it.
He heard us.
Yeah,
he must have heard us.
And Todd is still the most exciting driver. But the race control software allows you to monitor or moderate a race while you're watching. It's really cool. It's really good stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah. You just need to be an admin on that race, and we actually use it here. We've got a couple guys in the race control booth here at East to West Racing. They're in a separate chat window. They watch the race with admin rights, and they can actually issue penalties during the race. Which, by the way, excuse me for this. The screen's going to look terrible for just a second. Sorry. My bad. Wow. I know. But I got to turn on the voice chat so we can hear race control.
Do not attempt to adjust your screen.
Do not adjust your screen. If this were a real emergency, we would have let you know. All right. So, here's Mooney trying to stay in front of Todd Schwartz. As Todd, of course, is the most exciting driver on the racetrack. That means I'm going to have to be picking drivers all night long to get a driver to watch. Okay, Brandon just ripped off another lap in the 14 car. He just dropped down into that low 130 range himself. Just 1/10 of a second. Now, Brandon is currently in second place in points. As we review points here, not that screen, thanks very much. As we review the championship points here, Brandon is in second. Now, granted, Morgan is a mile. I believe it's actually a mile and a half ahead with a 908-point lead with 6,800 points. Brandon with 5,900. So he's like...
If Morgan starts his car, stops his car, gets out of his car, has a beer...
He wins the championship, yeah. He can actually park the car right now and win the championship. Yeah, he's going to get 35 points. But the thing is, you have to remember too. There's drops, right? There's 3 drops. So every driver, if you see of these top 5 drivers, they all have this 45 starts. Now, 45 starts is 15 qualifying sessions, 15 sprint races, and 15 feature races, and that means they have their 15 set. Now, if Brandon finishes P2 in qualifying, he could drop a P5 in qualifying because he's going to replace the best one. It doesn't have to be the same weekend, the same race as his feature race drop.
So what you're saying is that he's 900 points ahead right now, but he could wind up being even more points ahead, depending on how today goes.
That is correct. But if you look at second place here, over Philip Scott, Brandon Dooley over Philip Scott, just by 71 points. And winning the feature is worth 350 points. So 71 points is nothing. It's really minuscule. So
what's up, guys, and welcome to the Nürburgring. We were just talking about it, Red Bull Ring, and what I think is the final race of the year. I just want to touch briefly on some racing that I went over last week. This is a simulation that's treated as such. If you are racing and trying to make aggressive passes that you would not make in a car that's $250,000, I don't recommend doing it here. This week, if, obviously same rules apply, drive-throughs, but if there's some aggressive driving that I find to be too aggressive, I will apply a post-race time penalty of 5 or 10 seconds. Please be respectful on the track. Show everybody the respect you want to be shown. And let's have some great, clean racing. If I miss anything, please do not be afraid to let me know over the radio. Do not self-penalize. And let's have a good time. Sometimes I'll make a mistake, give somebody the wrong penalty. Let me fix that. Doesn't mean you have to serve it. If I issue the wrong penalty, please just let me know briefly over the radio, but shouldn't happen again. Hope you guys have a great time. Have a fun race.
And that is Jaden, race control. As I was talking about before, he will actually issue black flags or penalties or time penalties to the drivers during the race.
And hopefully he's not doing the same thing that we are and looking at the paint schemes and saying, oh my gosh, who is it I'm looking at? I've just issued a penalty to the wrong driver.
Well, luckily he has these number things that are on the cars next to the name things that are on the cars. There they go. There's the green flag. Sprint race is underway. That is Morgan in the blue car and Brandon in the black with the green wheels. Going around turn 1, we got is that Joe Fierro? No, that's Adam Novotny battling with Josh Bailing there for third spot. Looks like Adam's got that under control. As we watch Brandon chasing Morgan down into the hairpin for the first time.
Morgan already just trying to stretch that out as much as he possibly can.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get away too much today. This is going to be pretty close. He'll probably pull away slightly, but the qualifying times were all they were close over 8 cars within a second.
Yeah.
So I don't think anybody's getting away. I mean, errors, of course, are going to cause a problem, but right now, it looks like these guys are putting Morgan out front, 6/10 of a lead, 6/10 of a gap to Brandon behind. Adam Novotny in third. Here's Brandon, and then Adam Novotny running Morgan's paint job in the 326.
That's going to drive you nuts all night long,
It is. It's going to just really upset me. And then Josh in P4, followed closely by Rich Hibbs in the BMW. Rich in the 15 car.
Those first 3 cars, BMW, it looks like they've got, obviously all of these racers are practiced and they're familiar with this track. But it looks like maybe the BMWs. I would say it would be the BMWs have the edge, but I think it's those
Rich
drivers.
diving down in the inside. Nice clean pass for P4.
Well done.
Oh, and then Philip goes wide out of turn 1. He's really lucky he didn't lose it. That berm is a killer. And I think Jason Rabe in the 2-car, I think he's going to take advantage of that as they come down here to the hairpin. He might try to get a run on him because he's going to dive down to the inside. He's going, no.
Nope, he's not going to get him.
He backs out. Phillips still gives him the room, though. Oh, and they bump on exit. Joe Fierro, just a little bump there to Jason as he comes off the corner. No harm, no foul, maybe?
And Morgan has no idea.
Yeah. Well, there is that. Oh, and here's
a little bit of door to door.
Jason and Joe just down into turn 4. This is a tough corner. You know, they're on the outside.
They're racing like it's the last lap.
Well, it is a race. They do call it racing.
Yes, indeed. Rubbin's racing, right?
Yeah. And check out this one. This is Dom. He is new to our group. First race of the East to West career.
I think he prefers to be called Mr. Ford.
Mr. Ford.
Mr.
Yeah.
Ford.
We're going with Dom today. He is currently in ninth spot. A little bumping back there between Julian and the 974. Julian does get by. And that is Ryan Fry right there in P12. Also right behind Richard Wishon. And maybe Richard had a little wiggle, a little bobble maybe as they go through turn 10 or turn 14. Turn 10. There's only 10 turns.
There's only 10 turns.
You can't go through turn 14 if there's only 10.
Well, maybe you could.
Well, I did just race earlier, and I did add a couple corners to the racetrack.
You are talented that way.
The battle here in the middle. This is intense. Joe, Dom going for P8 here. Side by side. Side by side, but Dom's got the spot. He has the angle inside line. Comes around the corner.
Over the berm.
He goes over the berm, but he's patient. He gets the 1X. He's patient, waits for it. But now they're side by side down the backstretch into turn 4. And this is not where you want to be on the outside. Joe has got the spot here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dom knows it, lets him go, fights it, just saves it for another corner. Yeah. Nice action there.
But he's staying with him. He's trying to put a move on him again.
This is also a tough spot. He took away the outside, but you really it's hard to go around 6, 7, and 8 side by side. You can do it, but you gotta trust the other guy. But it looks like you're right. It looks like the BMWs and the Audis, if you're looking at the top 10, have the advantage here. A lot of BMWs up front. Well, let's see if we can go through the field without having something insane go on. Let's keep an eye on the track map to see if any other changes. Now, these two guys have both gotten around Julian Lockwood. Julian drops back to P12. Ryan moves ahead of both of them. Ryan now in the top 10. Let's see if he can hold on to that. As Julian dives in, hits Richard, and they both go off the racetrack. A little contact too late on the brakes. And that is not good for Julian. He hates making mistakes like that. But look how far dropped that back. They were battling for 11th, and now they're down to 17th.
It's like we were saying at the top of the show. This course, as long as you can maintain your concentration, you can really get into a rhythm. As soon as you're out of your concentration, the course will just come back and bite you.
Yeah. Now, these top four BMWs are pulling away a little bit. Jason Rabe, the leading. Where is number 1? What in the world happened to him? He's got all kinds of damage.
Car number 145, drive through, contact.
Let's see if Replay Man can find that for us. What'd you find, Replay Man? Looks like they're going down the front stretch, and the one car following the 15. This is P5. Is he just missed the corner? Now, I've hit this berm before. There it is.
Yep.
He hit the berm and went around and smacked the wall.
He was already out of position, though. You noticed that his as he was moving through, his front end was coming around a little more than he wanted, and so his front wheel catches it, but the back wheel caught it even more. And there's nothing you can do at that point.
We went way back. Sorry about the fast forward there, folks. Because we got him going through the hairpin. Yeah, that's definitely true. He looked like he was already loose, and then when he hit the berm, it just finished him off. And it's probably similar to what happened to me in the last race. I hit the same corner and hit that berm and just the car went wide. Now, I didn't come around. I just kind of went wide, but enough to lose a bunch of spots, and he went from P5 back to P18. So you can see serious business out here. When you make a little mistake, you can go back a long ways. Second pack here, being led by Jason Ray. You got Philip Scott, Joe Fierro, and Dom, our new guy, Dom Ford, right behind him. This little pack all tight together. Now these guys running the Audi and the Mercedes. And it looks like
not
Jason's,
a Ferrari to be seen.
Not here. There will be some farther back.
You know, the other thing to think about too is this is our sprint race.
Yep.
And so right now, if things were to end the way they are, Dom is on the pole.
He is
for the feature race.
He probably doesn't know that. I told him he reversed. He's new, and I was trying to tell him in the other race how it works. But definitely good to see him out here. He's going for it right here. He's going to try to get by Joe. No, he thinks twice.
Probably smart. Probably smart.
He is really attacking Joe here. Now, Joe, I can tell you from experience, Joe is not the easiest guy to pass. He knows where to put the car. He knows how to be very defensive in his driving. He does not make mistakes to let you by. So it'll be a challenge here for Dom to see what he can do. So, good racing. Up front, we've got these four. Still pretty close together here. Now, the top two have kind of pulled away a little bit. We've got a couple second gap between second and third, as Rich has got by Adam now for P3.
It looks like some of the reason they are pulling away is because these two are mixing it up in the back, trying to jockey for position. So they're less concerned about stretching out the distance, more concerned about trying to position each other.
Well, it's only a 10-lap race, and it's already lap 6. So, I mean, sprint, get your work done, right? I mean,
yep.
get out and get on it. You got to do it. Let's see.
If I were in the race, I'd be doing the exact same thing. Of course, I probably wouldn't be doing it for quite so long.
This is the little third pack here. These guys, P9 and back, actually, did we lose? Oh, 53 around. 53 is around. That's Ricky Renner. Replay man, what do you got? Coming around. Oh, the track flips. I've done that before. That's 7 and 8. Oh, and he just loses it. Hits the wall. He's going to probably need... Well, he might just finish. It doesn't really do you any good. It doesn't really do you any good at that point to go in and get a pit stop because it's only 10 laps.
Yep.
You know, and you're not going to get anywhere. This is an interesting paint made by... You know what I think we're doing tonight? I think we're doing a Todd Schwartz paint...
honor?
An honor. Yeah, like a tribute.
Okay.
To Todd Schwartz. This is a Todd Schwartz paint job. If you notice, it's half painted the 14 car and half painted the 07 car. So he's trying to see if he could get as fast as possible using Brandon and Morgan's paint jobs. So interesting. But this is Sean Williams. Sean, just today, just moments ago, won the championship for the JNR Craftworks Contender Series.
Yes, he did.
So that was a 6-race series, and Sean came out victorious. Now, the last race, he ended up getting his fuel messed up, and he couldn't get enough fuel in the car to run the whole thing. So he had to pit and ended up going from 2nd back to 5th, but he still won the championship. Good for him. Good for you, Sean. Congratulations. Sean will have a C next to his name in the next race. Back up front, we've got Morgan. And he has put a little gap now to Brandon, a 2.5 to 2nd place. Now, just 3 to go. They're on lap number 8. They're in between the 2 hairpins. I just want to watch. Here, let's go in car and see how he does this. Right down on the rumble strips, all the way out to the green.
In tight, pushes all the way out, and then just smoothly back onto the accelerator. That prevents you from having your backhand come around. And this car, he just. Granted that he knows where to put the car, but it looks so smooth.
Yeah. You look at his hands. I mean, you're like, oh, it's a simulator. Well, yeah, it is, but that's actually what his hands are doing.
And trust me,
It's real.
Trust me, when I don't drive like that, my hands don't look like that ever. Not even when I'm driving by myself.
It's pretty amazing. The actual what you see on the screen is very, very close. What is also really cool is the GT3 BMW that they race in IMSA has this same steering wheel, like the exact same wheel.
Nice.
You can buy this wheel from Fanatec and put it on your own Fanatec wheelbase for a mere $1,600.
Is that all?
That's all.
You know, that's not too bad.
And it's that same exact Fanatec wheel.
You know, if
I don't have that wheel.
I
I do have a Fanatec wheel, but it's not that one.
You know, and something tells me that if you had that wheel, you'd probably have a few other things as well.
Maybe I would actually have that Corvette.
Maybe you will. Maybe you would.
So Morgan out front, Brandon in second, Rich Hibbs, Adam Novotny, Jason Rabe still holding on to that second pack. Philip Scott has caught, but we are on lap 9, and we only have one to go after
10.
this one. Yeah,
9 of 10.
So Jason and Philip, if they want to have anything happen here, they got to do it quick. Dom has not only gotten around Joe, but Joe is no longer in the top 10. So we could go back, but it would probably take us the rest of the race to find it.
It would.
To see what happened. But Joe has dropped back, and Dom moved up to P7, which
then,
puts Ryan on the pole for the feature.
Was Ryan going to be happy about that, or is he going to be a little freaked out?
No, I think Ryan likes it. He's done it a few times, and he actually can hold the leaders off for a little bit. But I don't know about here at Red Bull, man. These guys are fast. But he does have the right... It does appear that he has the right hardware.
Yes, he does. He is driving a BMW.
Hey, there's your first Ferrari. First Ferrari of the day, the 86 in P9. That's Jeff Wyatt of Podium Pirates. He's out there in the Ferrari. He also hails from the larger group called Old Guy Racing.
There you go.
And which of course I am a part.
That's the legacy group, yeah?
Yeah. Us legacy drivers that are too old to race with the young guys.
Well, he's moved up 2 slots. I know he started out at about 11th. So bringing him up to 9th puts a Ferrari in the top 10.
Yeah.
Of course, I like that because I drive the Ferrari.
You're a Ferrari fan. I know
I
you're
am a Ferrari fan.
Yeah.
I kind of like those cars.
And, if someone were to tell us who won the Formula One race today on chat, we'd be very upset because we haven't watched it yet.
Don't tell us.
Don't tell us. We got 5 viewers. It's possible somebody can post something up there. Don't say it. Don't do it. I gotta spell it right though.
Yeah, we're taking a break from our own race watching to do this.
I'll cover the chat window with the camera selector, so we'll be good.
Nothing will let us know what's going on unless somebody calls our cell phones.
All right, lap 10.
Don't call our cell phones.
Lap 10 of 10. There he is, coming across the line. Morgan Teggy with the big win. That's another 100 points, but he's only replacing his worst one. So if he finished any of the sprint races less than first, which he actually did quite a few, he gets those extra. Like say his worst is a P5, that's 50 points. He gets a P1, that's 100 points. So he just gained 50
Todd,
points.
I couldn't get it stopped, man.
If that was the case. Oh, and 974, Rick Wishon, as coming around the final lap, ran into the back of somebody, causing a problem as the 88 of Mooney and the other Ferrari, whoever that was, goes by.
Sorry about that, Todd. Ignore that.
That was race control saying something.
Yeah, I heard that. Heard that, but couldn't make it out.
Richard goes across the line. So your final 10 here, which are the ones... Oh, now they're going to switch. 10 are the ones that count. So Ryan, Dom... No, this is the new starting order. So this is reversed 8. Morgan is in 8th, you can see. Then Brandon, Adam, Rich, Jason, Philip, Dom, and Ryan. So front row, Ryan and Dom.
Car 974, you would have received the drive-through, but I could not because of the time. My apologies.
So they're not going to assess him a penalty on the main
Name me two on the main race, let me know.
I don't think so. I don't think they're going to do that. Now we have a
No,
quick
you
warm-up.
move on as you placed, basically. I can't change the racing order.
So yeah, he actually took a huge hit by dropping back in the order, and that's where he's going to start. Only the top 8 are reversed. Everybody else starts where they finish. So
Right.
So just if you don't know how this all works, this is iRacing. Okay, so we're online. Everybody is sitting in their house. No one is actually at
Or a
Spielberg
friend's house.
or a friend's house.
Or a friend's house.
That can happen. No one is actually at Spielberg, Austria, except you and I.
Yeah,
We're here. Can't you tell by the background? We're
For
in
real.
Yeah, that's us. I should get a green screen. You could put a little track thing behind us. And stuff. That'd be fun.
That would be fun.
So the
I'll
drivers
never
are
wear
all
green when I come over here.
Yeah, we'll have to change colors. We might have to change our lights too.
Oh yeah, we would. We would.
We would go to blue.
All right, and finishing order is fine. Sorry about that, Doc.
All right. So these are digital race cars. Okay, so they're in their whatever room they're in. I have a rig room
You do have
where I have 2 rigs and a streaming PC
and a partridge in a pear tree. We gotta find one.
and 2 turtle doves.
I'm not sure anybody's ever called us turtle doves.
I don't know who you are. Well, Biff.
I thought I was one of the drummers drumming.
Yeah.
But as you were saying,
But this is as intense as it gets. I mean, some of these guys are into their rig, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $10,000.
yeah, this is not a video game. One of the things that is always entertaining for me when I talk to people about the iRacing that we do, they'll say, "Oh, so it's like GT5, or it's like it's like Forza on my Xbox," and I look at them and I say, No,
not exactly. There's a couple other simulators out there that are really good, but everyone lacks a little bit. Now, iRacing lacks a few things, but as far as their online group racing goes, it's awesome. I mean, it's probably one of the best.
The biggest thing that is the biggest thing that is different between iRacing and the other simulators that we've worked with.
All right,
you and I
guys,
have been
going
working
into the
with-
feature here. Same warning as I said before, if you guys didn't hear me. When we get towards the end of the race, let's not get too aggressive and make passes that we would not make in the real world. This is a simulation. Let's treat it as such. Let's have a good, clean race. If you guys see that I missed anything or didn't catch something, just let me know over the radio the car number, and I will go back and look at it.
We'll see.
Let's have a great race, guys.
Dom was saying he might not be able to stay, so it's possible he's going to leave a gap up front there.
Oh, that would be.
It's possible.
That would be unfortunate for him, but it would also be really interesting.
Advantage Jason Rabe, I think, is what's going to happen, because he's in 4th right there in the green Audi, and if Dom doesn't make the field, then he really could. He couldn't. Oh nope, he's going to be there. He's there.
Good.
Everybody's up. You're going to see the lights come up. It's going to be a standing start. We'll see everybody jump into their cars here. Oh boy.
This
Here we
is gonna
go.
be a fun
There's the
race.
lights.
Remember, if you do have a car passing you,
Lights out, and away
hold
we
your
go.
line.
Green, 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 and they're off.
Go.
There we go. Ryan Fry with a decent start. Dom misses it. Oh,
mixing
Phillip
it
Scott.
all up.
Phillip Scott gets an awesome jump, and that. Jason Rabe. He takes out more. He's taking out all kinds of drivers, including Brandon Dooley, who needs a good finish. Oh, what a terrible start. That might even be worthy of a yellow flag. But, oh, man. Let's go back and see if we can see what happened there. That was pretty sure on Jason. Replay man, let me see what you got. Oh, man, what a terrible start.
That is the epitome of you can't
Okay,
win.
let's see what we got. So Jason's there. He just kind of drifts over. Him and Dom make contact, and that starts off the chain reaction. And that is not what we like to see
Oh my goodness.
at the beginning of one of these races for the feature. They do have fast repairs.
But a fast repair can't do an awful lot to help you with the place that you've missed in the lineup, especially with the speeds these guys are going. Unless you have another accident of some kind, he's probably going to find himself in that position for the rest of the night.
Well, and the terrible thing here for the championship, well, at least in Brandon's position, Philip Scott is in third by only 70 points.
That's true. That's
so
true.
Even though Brandon finished second in qualifying, or I think he finished second in qualifying, gives him 32 points. He got second in the sprint race, giving him another 90 points, replacing worst times. But he's going to have a hard time replacing his worst finish here, gaining any points on the feature. And if Philip wins the race, that's 350 points.
Philip Scott's the champion.
Well, he's
a former champion.
He is the season 22, season 4 GT4 champion. He won the GT4 series. This series last season was won by Brandon Dooley, and Rich Hibbs won the 5.5 for.
We need to get a new shorthand for their.
Should I have a little C and then what they won?
Yeah.
Because the problem is they won't let me do any other. I only get one capital letter in there. After that, it's just. Blah.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Maybe I could do C4, C3, C7.
C4 sounds like they're setting up for a bomb of some kind. Yeah,
blow something up. well,
but you're absolutely right. If Philip can hang out there in front and be able to hold this together, but there's
Brandon in ninth. Brandon. You know what I'm seeing here? I'm seeing no damage on that car. Now he did get collected. He might have a small amount of damage on there, but I don't see anything. Could be the camouflage paint. I don't see a whole lot wrong here. The problem he has is that he's behind Joe, who's one of the toughest guys to get. Joe is no passing picnic, let me tell you. He's right behind Rick and Ricky.
Oh my goodness. There's so much going on in this race from the back.
All the way to the front. This is a great battle. Now our new guy, he's definitely got damage on the nose of this thing. Dom, looking at some front end damage. He's going to have a little bit of a little bit off on his top speed. So I would think if Rich came through that hubbub cleanly, that Rich is going to be able to outrun him here. But right now, these guys they're catching right up with those front runners. Dom, really a great addition to the series. Running really good here. I'm pretty sure Jason was at fault on that beginning, but they're going to have to see what race control does. They're going to have to hand out the penalties, not us. And it's a good thing. Josh in P6 didn't have the finish he wanted, but I think he made it through the melee.
Car number 2 drive through contact with car number 16 on lap 1.
That is Jason.
There it is.
So are you sure?
We can review it after the race if you'd like. Keep comms clear, please.
I have that Audi come over to me in turn 1.
That is somebody leaving the race. But what happens, and I've done this, you get upset because you make contact, you have a problem, and you feel like the other guy was at fault. And I've done this. And you yell at him rah, 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 over the radio or something. And then you go back and watch the replay, you're like,
I may have remembered a moment of that.
Did I just see a lead change?
If you did, it's come back.
I'm sorry, Dom. I didn't catch what you said, Dom Ford.
No, we're just saying at the start that Audi had came over to me on turn 1.
That is door-to-door racing for that number 1 position. It looks like Morgan's going to be able to make that stick.
I don't know. Philip's got the preferred line. Philip has the preferred line going down into turn 4. We'll see if he can hold on. Oh, no.
No!
Morgan gets the run off the hairpin, and he gets him. Morgan to the point. Wow, that is incredible. Let's see what's going on here. As Gray Welch putting the pressure on Julian Lockwood for 12th here. Julian was up in P10 in the sprint, but he dropped back, started a little bit farther back, and now he's in 12th here with Gray Welch right on his tail.
I wonder if some of the reason that he dropped back was because of that big mix-up on turn 1.
That could be. Rick Wishon, really tough driver. Now with Joe Fierro behind Brandon Dooley, Brandon's going to set his sights on getting by Rick here and see if we can get P7. See if Brandon gets a good run here off of turn 10. And see if he can get that BMW up to... Well, looks like he might be going for it.
Looks like he's going to... And he's got enough of a run.
Oh, and he takes the corner, gets a little wide, misses the berm, eh?
Wow,
He's onto it.
nicely done, nicely done.
Yeah, that was a good pass. That was for P7.
You know, it almost looked like Rick was letting him take that spot. I know that...
He did seem like he went wide. I think once he had him alongside, he's like, I'm not going to battle this.
Yeah.
You know, because you can battle, you can fight side by side and try it. But, it's just not... It's just not... You can ruin your race, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just not a great idea.
And not only your race, but you can ruin the other guy's race too.
Also true. Also true. So let's see up front. Guess who? Morgan and Rich Hibbs. Oh, Ryan Fry dropping back. Where's that 616?
Oh,
They just went by him. They just went by him. Replay man. Let's go back a bit.
Looks like there might have been some kind of a problem there.
He may have missed a corner. Let's check it out. Replay man, what do you got here? What do you got? He's in turn 4. He goes a little wide. Looks like he has to let off a little in turn 4.
Yeah. Oh,
and then something happened. Something happened. He let...
Little sideways.
He's off the throttle for some reason there in turn 5. The 5-6-7 combo, he's off the throttle and loses 2 spots back to P6. Ooh, not happy at all.
There's not a lot of room to recover.
Oh, and he's got Brandon. He's got Brandon right behind him. And Brandon, he's definitely pushing because he doesn't want to lose any points to Phillip.
He's racing like he's absolutely possessed. There's nothing that he wants to do right now except catch up to Phillip.
Yeah, I think you're right on that. You are definitely right on that. And Phillip smartly allows Morgan to get by without too much battle. And because he could battle for it too, but then if they both end up wrecking, he's got no chance to get second place.
Yeah, and he's far enough behind Morgan in the overall points. He's battling for his own piece of that championship pie at this point.
Yeah, I think he wants to keep P3 or even get to P2 if he can. But the way Brandon is running right here, it looks like Brandon's got a chance of getting back up a few more spots. He's going to have a hard time getting by Josh Bailing, though. Josh is quite a driver. And you know what? Ryan is no slouch. Teammate, Atomic Racing teammate, of course.
Well, and you know, we're at lap 6 of 27. Everybody's starting to settle in a little bit. The nerves are done. Now what we're watching is really the opportunity for these drivers to demonstrate just how much they can stitch together.
Oh, that's wide. He might get it off track for that. Oh, he might get a slowdown for that. He went way out there.
But was that the same place that we were watching during qualifying?
During qualifying when Morgan did it, yeah.
And no X.
Yeah. They're running right on the edge. They're pushing it as hard as they can. Let's see if it's possible. Is it possible that we can go through the field without an interruption? Let's see. Morgan's up front.
We have Morgan up front.
Should we do it quickly? Phillip Scott in second spot in the 99. Mercedes hanging right out of the back of Morgan. Rich Hibbs cruising by himself in P3, holding on to that solid. But look at this, Dom Ford.
New guy to the series.
New guy, a new kid on the block. He's up to P4 and doing great. He's wow! Wow! I think he went around. I think he went around. He did. He did. Oh man!
My goodness.
Josh goes around and lets the guys go by. Brandon up to 5th. Oh man. Okay. Through the field? What?
Through the field. Let's
go to Brandon now in 5th, who just got by Ryan Fry now. Ryan in P6, which is where he was a minute ago because of Josh spinning. Not what he wanted to do. So Ryan in P6, doing a great run today. He started up front on the pole with that reverse order, finished P8 in the previous race, in the sprint race, ends up on the pole. Man, they're going out there every lap. Maybe it's not maybe it's a 1X, and they're just taking the 1X. Maybe it's not far enough to get the other penalty.
Maybe so.
Let's go with some cool static pictures here as we watch these guys go around. Josh Bain in the number 1 car. There he goes in the out. He hit the curb, didn't flip over.
And Adam and Joe side by side in similar paint
Well,
livery.
that is Joe's paint job and not Adam's. Did I mention that? Did I mention that was a problem?
You mentioned earlier that there was a little bit of problem with the paint
Now, how do we know which one's the 326? I guess.
The dark wing versus the light wing
Okay.
is what we're looking for.
I don't know which one's which. I have to go to TV1 here and see if I can find it.
There we go.
Adam's in front. Yeah, but they're side by side. I know who's in front.
Yeah, but you can look at the wing. Look at the wing.
Adam. Yeah, but I don't know which one's which.
So,
Adam's in front. No, Joe's in front. Can you see a car number anywhere? I don't see a car number.
I'm looking.
I don't see it.
And
Now
they switch positions again.
Okay, now Adam's back
Okay.
in front.
No, Joe's in front.
No, Joe's in front.
Joe's in
okay,
front.
so that's
Joe's
Adam we're
blue.
looking at. Okay, Joe's
blue. Adam's yellow.
Okay. Holy cow. And look at the damage on the front of Adam's car. He's got all kinds of damage on the front end of that thing. On the right front.
Yeah. Well, that's
Big damage. He must have gotten involved in that earlier. Incident. Rick Wishon in the 74 car. He is right behind P10, holding on to the top 10. Rick doing a great job
and
on that.
and then a big gap.
Yeah, 5 seconds back to Julian, who's basically, we've said it before with a couple other drivers. Julian driving around by himself. I mean, there's no one around him anywhere. He's got a 5-second gap in front, an 8-second gap behind. It's the Julian show. He's just driving around P11.
And Julian, the nice guy that he is probably just enjoying a few moments of peace and bliss.
He's probably
in that
trying to
car.
make sure he gets 0x so he gets the extra 15 points.
There you go.
So he's in P11, cruising around. P11 is a good finish with this group. This is a tough group of drivers to get a good finish in. Tough. Ricky Renner in the 53. We saw him go around a little earlier. He's got the car clean this time. In the sprint race, he had a little issue, but no, he's got a little damage on the back corner panel there. Back quarter's a little bit messed up there, but looks, for the most part, doing pretty good. P12, he's got Sean Williams, the JNR Craftworks Contender Series champion, on his tail.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, Jaden, what?
It makes it just interesting to see the different paint jobs on that car as he goes through a turn. It's like, is it this guy? No. Is it this guy? Yeah. No. Wait. What? Same car, just different positions. Gray back from Sean, and Jeff right on Gray's tail. So
no, that's actually Richard showing a lap down. Richard showing a lap down. He's actually gone into the pits. So that's not Jeff Peters. That's Richard.
I see.
Wishon. So Richard lap down in 21st position. The only car behind him right now is Jason, who actually left the race. Richard did have an incident early on, but I think he'll be able to climb back up through. But being a lap down, it's going to take him a while to get any gain. And I don't think on pitting on lap 5 is going to get him anywhere. He's going to have to make another stop. So wherever he is now, he's going to probably end up there.
Yep.
Some other drivers will have issues, absolutely, but yeah, Gray Welch in the 19, hanging on to P14 right now. Jeff Peters in the 15 car. No, Jeff Peters is not in the 15 car. Jeff Peters is in 15th place. He's in 15th place. Battling with Todd Schwartz and Alex Good here. This is a battle for 15th. All three of these guys together for position.
Alex's paint job is very familiar to me. I spent a lot of time staring at the back end of that paint job in the last race.
Jeff Peters in P15. Todd Schwartz running the Dooley paint job in 16. I wonder if they did it just to mess me up.
I'm sure they did.
They did it just to mess with me, didn't they?
Everything is about you.
I know it is. I know it is. That's why it bugs me so much, because it is all me. It's all me.
If there's an opportunity to do something that's going to throw you off, I think they look for it. They probably were looking for it more on the track and a lot less on the commentating.
Maybe.
But whatever they can find, they're going to take.
Hey, I still finished second. I mean, I made a
You
mistake,
did
but I
finish
still
second.
finished second.
Yes, you did.
All right. Alex in the back of this pack running P17.
But again, close
go back.
together. Each of these groups, as they've kind of settled into their own groups. There's good tight racing in all of these groups, so there's opportunity for a lot of fun things to happen as the evening progresses.
Mooney doing the Julian Lockwood Ride Around by Yourself special. He is in P18. I think he did get caught up, but he has not pit yet. Jeff Wyatt has pit. I wonder what happened to Jeff early on. Maybe he was involved in that mess.
He might have been.
At the front.
He might have been.
And that is Dom. No, that's Rich. That's Rich's computer blinking. Changed the order up front for a minute, but he's right back where he was. The top 5 have not changed. Morgan, Phillip, Rich, Brandon, and Dom in the top 5, followed by Josh Bailey. So we are here with number 18 in 18th spot, number 88, Michael Mooney. And Mooney 7 seconds back off of Alex, but has a 12-second lead over Eric Martin in the 24 car. Ooh, lots of damage on that one. That does not look like a normal Ferrari front end.
That's not how that car should look.
Yeah, he's
close.
going to want to go in as soon as possible. Lap 11, he may be able to go in now and finish, get a full tank and make it to the end. I would say as soon as his pit window is open, he should go in and get that car fixed.
Well,
because he's going to be running really slow.
He's not doing him any favors. Can we go inside his car and see if it's how much that's affecting his driving as well? I guess the handling of the car is
still straight.
okay.
Yeah, he's still straight. It's not a black flag. If you do too much damage to the car, you'll actually get a black flag. You have to come in and fix the damage that's required. You know what I can do?
So I
can do this. Give me a second. Let me do my work. You talk about what's going on.
While he's trying to. Oh, there we go.
We'll go back to the regular camp. Todd Schwartz, most exciting again. You got to be kidding.
Todd is the most exciting driver.
He's the most exciting,
track.
maybe because he's using the wrong paint job. You know what I think is most exciting? We'll go right up here. This is Brandon Dooley in P3, right behind Philip Scott.
Amazing.
That is tenacity. That's what that is. Come on, move. You need to move, not you. Oh, mouse. Mouse, oh, mouse. I need to buy a new mouse.
And Brandon's done a really good job of moving up, but he's got quite a gap now between him and second place Philip Scott. So he's really got to close that down.
6 seconds, but he is flying. He's going to try it. I need to turn off top speed. And then I can slide this over a little bit. Don't mind the mouse. Oh, you just hate me, don't you? Nope, don't hate. See, that'll give us a little more room on the screen. Lock them babies back up. Okay.
Brandon moving smoothly through all these corners. He's chasing Philip Scott down. He's taken 3/10 off, but if all he can get is 3/10 a lap, he's got a long way to go.
Well, you got pit stops coming up, and anything can happen still. These guys are all running clean laps up front, so we'll see. He's managed to pass quite a few cars, but still, a 6 second gap is a long gap.
It's a long gap, and they're not going to hit lapped traffic for several more laps before they're going to even have a chance at hitting lap traffic. So this could be a real.
Ooh, Eric Martin dropped. Oh, he was behind him. Okay, 24. Sorry, I was going through the field again and forgot where I was. I forgot who I was there for a minute.
Well, sorry about that.
And Dom, look at this. Dom getting around Josh Bailey for P4.
That's impressive.
You got to be kidding me. Where'd this kid come from?
He came from the JNR series last race.
Yeah, he's not going to be in it for long because top 5 will boot you out of that, buddy.
Yeah,
and he's in 4th. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Should we get into his car camera and let's get into his radio and tell him, hey, you may want to take it easy here.
Yeah, if you get a top 5, you can't race in the JNR series.
I don't think he'd be bothered by that.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
depends on his timing, but man, he's loving this. You know, it's crazy. You know, we've been racing. You and I have been racing together for decades.
Yes, we have.
We found iRacing. Decades. Multiple. Plural. More than two, people.
More than two.
It's been a while.
That's a lot. It's a while.
It has been a while. It's been great. Oh, that was Adam Novotny diving into the pit lane from P6. So, where was I going? Oh, if you race, you can race in a game. You can race even in iRacing, and there's a bunch of stuff you can do. You can race officials. You can race, just out there on your own, do some practice, race against the AI.
Yep.
You know, all that kind of stuff you can do, and you can even set how strong the drivers are. And everybody has what's called an I rating, and your I rating, basically, when you do officials, it ranks where you are. So it's kind of a gauge. So you race against drivers that are similar to you. And Dom has a really strong I rating. He has like a 1500 I rating or 1600.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He's a good driver. He really is. And, I mean, he's racing up here with these guys that are 2500 and 3000 I ratings. Maybe he's even higher than I thought. But I glanced at it the other day. I noticed it was higher than mine. So he's a good driver. But when you get into a league, you don't get I racing points. You don't get your I rating changed. But you get to race with the same guys every week.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, it makes such a difference. It makes a world of difference. If you have never raced in a league, that's where you got to race. And that's what makes iRacing so much fun. Is you're racing with the same guys week in, week out. You're going for championships. You're going for, race wins. You're going for qualifying wins. Anything you can get, you're going for it.
And you start to maybe I'm oversimplifying it, but there's something about racing with the same people and starting to learn their style, starting to learn the kinds of things that they are going to be comfortable taking risks about, and where they're going to be comfortable just kind of sitting back and waiting for things to develop.
You watch Jeff Peters come out of the pit lane, in for his stop. Alex Good still in the pit lane. I wonder if he had damage. No, it looks pretty clean. He's been in there for an awfully long time.
There he goes.
Oh, you know what that looks like?
Serving a penalty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look at Rich Hibbs' lap time for his stop time, and same with Adam Novotny, 31 seconds, where Alex Good was in there for over a minute. That sounds like a 40-second stop and hold for speeding in the pits. Well, and that hurts, too. That puts you back. 40 seconds. You think, oh, it's only 40 seconds, but dang. The way these guys are driving, 40 seconds might as well be a lap.
It almost is. It almost is. And it's certainly enough that if you were in contention, you have to have something really special to come back and be in contention if you're serving that kind of a penalty.
I think at this point, from what I'm seeing here, Brandon Dooley has gotten himself back into a position that if he can stay in the top three, he's definitely got P2 handled. Because it's only 20 points difference between the top. So if he can stay up there, he's got a 70-point lead. So if he stays up front, regardless, well, the difference is going to be is if Phillip replaces a really bad race.
Is Brandon coming into the pits?
Is that Brandon pulling in? That is.
Yes, it is.
That is. Good call. Brandon in for his stop.
So he's planning now then that he's coming in, he's going to top up with fuel, and then when Phillip comes in, he's going to try and take that spot.
He's going to try to do the undercut.
Yeah.
I think you're right. And he's done it before. I've seen him do it before.
Phillip
is really good at just holding those clean laps. Did you notice how he angled the car as he stopped the car for fuel?
Yes.
He angled the car out so he didn't have to turn it on launch. He just hit the gas and go. Let the track control stop the wheels from spinning and just go. Now, hopefully he didn't get a pit exit penalty by crossing that white line. That would be a bad thing. But look at this. Rich Hibbs coming in. He was in 5th or 6th. Rich Hibbs coming in and Brandon having to drop back in behind him after the pit exchange. This is what's going to happen now. We're going to see these guys coming in, doing their pit stops, and you're going to see when they come out how they shuffle.
Yeah.
So Brandon has actually, I don't know if Rich may have been in front of him when Rich went in. And that's how Dom got up to the front.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Because Rich was in 3rd. And if that puts Rich in 3rd, that might put Brandon in 4th. Right now, they're 9th and 10th, but all the rest of the drivers still have to stop. And if you notice down in the relative down here, Rich stopped on lap 13, Brandon stopped on lap 17, and our leaders have not yet picked. as Philip and Morgan have not yet pit, and Dom hasn't pit yet. Josh and Joe. None of the top 5 have come in yet. The car's only going to go so far on fuel.
And the gamble that they're taking is, if I go in, I have a shorter pit stop to take on less fuel, but enough to finish the race. So does that give me an advantage coming out so that I stay in front? We saw that a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
Where
Philip did that.
Was that Philip that came in?
Did that. He came
right
in late.
At the end.
Yep. And he came back out in second position.
Yeah.
So he was able to hold the spot. So actually gained a spot, I believe.
So again, depending
Here
on
we got 74, we got the 19 in the pit lane.
Depending on how thoughtful you are about your race strategy, and how good you are at using your mouse to select everything that needs to be done.
You know what I'm seeing here? I'm seeing the 19 car also in this meeting. He was in for well over a minute.
Oh dear.
So Gray Welch loses spots, and that helps Alex, gives him the spot back, but none of those guys are going to be happy. Eric, I don't think Eric has pit yet in the 24 car. Oh, he has. He has.
Lap
He's on his
17.
outlap. He's on his outlap now. He is mixing it up with some of the leaders. He's going to be a lap down. But look how much nicer the car looks. Beautiful paint job, Eric. That looks great.
That's a great looking
It's a great looking Ferrari. Yeah, it wasn't a minute ago, but it is now. Good recovery there.
I love it.
Now they're in. Philip and Morgan in the pits. Let's see with the Philip
he missed his box.
He had to back it up. Oh, that's going to cost him. That's going to cost him.
Almost everybody, again, we're talking about, we talked about it earlier, it's all about concentration.
Yep. You can't make any mistakes. Let's see where these guys come out in relation to Brandon and Rich, because look at, they're right there. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Did he make any gain? Not really.
Not very much of a gain.
Not very much. But he held his own. 5.5 seconds now. It was 6 seconds.
It was about 6 seconds before, yeah.
So yeah, not much of a gain there. Phillips really good master of the pit lane. I've noticed that throughout the season. He's very meticulous. He hits his marks, although he did miss the stop spot. He had to back it up. But all that does is gives Morgan the I'm out of here 5-second lead.
Yep.
So we've got 9 laps to go. Morgan has this one well in hand. Philip Scott in second place. And Rich Hibbs and Brandon Dooley in the battle for third. Now that one is not going to go away quickly, as these guys are nose to tail. Unless somebody makes a mistake. I'm guessing that I'm not sure who will be in front, but it'll be those 2 cars within that amount of space when they're finished.
I think what we're going to see is the effect that Jeff Peters has on the 2 of them once they catch up to him. Because Jeff's in between Rich and Philip.
Yeah, Jeff's really good at just letting them go. I mean, he's a lap down. He knows he doesn't want to be part of... Whoa! Rich loses it. Brandon goes
around him.
Brandon goes around, but he has to take... He might have... Hopefully that's just a 1X, not a slowdown, but that should... He even has time now to get that slowdown taken care of. Rich drops back 2 seconds off that slide on turn 10.
Oh, my word.
And Brandon up to third spot, ready to hunt down. Although Phillips 7 seconds out now, so...
Well, but he's 7 seconds out, but Brandon is...
Clear track at this point.
Yeah,
He got Jeff in front of him.
He just... and he'll chase Jeff down pretty quickly.
Well, Jeff's been running some pretty decent laps, but yeah, I'd say within a lap or 2 he'll be off that lap traffic.
7 laps left.
7 to go, the 15.
There's still quite a bit of time.
Spin. He's got Adam Novotny right behind him now within a second.
Oh.
So he is fallen back into the clutches of Adam. That is now still another battle for Rich as he slides in turn 10 on lap 19. Nice camera.
How much do we pay the guy to be on that angle?
Not enough.
Not enough. It's like the old digger cam. You remember that?
Yeah, digger cam. You might be a redneck.
We're probably going to have a few people.
Well, we won't look at the comments until after the race. Novotny here in P5. By the way, he's running Morgan Teggy's paint job.
he's running Morgan's
It's
paint
Morgan's
job.
paint job. By the
So
way.
does that mean
By the way,
Morgan is not only in first, but he's also in fifth? Is that what I'm hearing you say?
I'm thinking Adam gets points for the win here since he's running up front with his paint job. So Adam in P5. Josh Bailing still running really clean laps up in in sixth spot here. Car looks clean.
You know, and after all of the shuffling for the pit stops, Dom's in seventh place. But again,
that was Eric Martin.
That was
Dom is not out of the woods here. He's got Joe Fierro and Joe's a tough customer.
Yes, he is.
And he's got Joe right behind him, and Joe is really good at finding those little tiny gaps where you have a little bit of room. Man,
then he makes a lot.
Yeah, I've raced against Joe so many times. I've been door to door with him so many times. He is a great driver. He's pretty aggressive, but clean and works real hard to get the spots he gets. See, look at that fake juke thing. He tries to fake him out. He tries to get in his head. He's trying to get in his head. Dom holds him off for another turn. That's that lap 4.
It's a lot of drama.
Or turn 4. That's that turn 4 hairpin. Dom looks like he's not shaken. Shaken and not stirred.
There you go. Neither shaken nor stirred.
So that's the battle for 7th between John and Joe. And Joe goes wide on turn 8. That's going to cost him a little bit. Drops him back almost a half second more.
Spends a little time in the sandbox, but
a little bit.
But
recovered surprisingly
nicely.
well.
Yes.
That could have gone a lot worse. And here comes Dom trying to get around lap traffic. He's hopefully going to be able to get him here on the front stretch. Oh, look at that. He just goes right. That's the way to do it, Eric. Eric just moves out of the way. That's and hopefully he'll do the same for Joe. Joe's flashing his lights at him. Hey, dude, I'm right here. I'm here, too. I'm sure he'll let him go. We'll find out, though.
Either that or maybe Dom's been on the radio a little more than we're aware of.
He's got a team radio chat with Eric Martin. Hey, Eric, hold this guy off for me, will you?
I'll tell you what, Eric. I'll send you a Coke when the thing is over. All right?
Give me some iRacing dollars. Oh, good run from Joe.
There you go. There you go.
Joe's just going to go right by him here.
There we go.
So there is the battle for P7. And how did I go there? What did I do? I completely missed 8, 9. Oh, Julian.
Here we have Julian.
Julian riding. No longer riding by himself. This is for position.
Alex went a little wide. Looks like he was trying to come in and get involved in that fight just a little bit more.
Well, Alex is lapped down to these guys, so he needs to cool his jets a little bit, not getting involved with a lead lap race. As we watch Julian trying to hold off Rick Wishon. And that is Ryan Fry in the background there in the bright teal-colored BMW is going to be right with these guys, too. We'll see if Rick has anything for Julian. And we've only got 5 to go. 5 to go. As they cross the line, the leader is now down to turn 3.
It's gone really fast.
It has. Not a lot of replays, not a lot of action since that lap 1 debacle. Debauchery. What other word can we use for that?
It was a plethora of bent metal.
You know, if you can use words with 4 or more syllables in them during the broadcast, you should get extra points. They should give us like something from YouTube. Yeah, you used a word with 7 syllables in it. I don't even know how to spell syllables, so I'm not a doctor, though.
That's all right. But not everybody can be.
Just an engineer. I'm not a doctor.
An engineer.
I'm just the guy turning the wrench on.
You know that. It almost sounds like a Star Trek joke.
Oh, and there he goes into the
Coming
hairpin.
around, and Julian
holds on to the outside. Rick side by side. If Rick can hold on, he should have the advantage into turn 4. We'll see. Julian's really strong on that outside. I think. There's still a little bit side by side, but Julian. Rick has to slam on the brakes, but he makes the corner.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
That lets Ryan Fry catch right up to the back of him. Rick Wish on 4P9 over Julian Lockwood.
Oh my goodness!
Clean battle door to door through turn 4 and 5. That
really
was
well done.
Pretty wild.
Really well done.
And now Ryan on the chase, trying to get a hold of Julian himself. How about Ryan? Right now he's in P11. If he can get by Tony, back up to 10th position. He was doing great. He started up high.
Yes.
And has dropped back a little bit. He's gaining ground again. Okay, let's see. Up front? Should we go up front? Is that Morgan?
That's Morgan.
Wow.
All by himself.
Is that a 9-second lead for Morgan?
9 seconds. 4 seconds
it is.
between second and third.
think
But
that is.
9 seconds. 8 seconds.
Number 99, number 99, number 99. Philip Scott in P2. He's had a really strong race today.
And
They're
Mooney.
catching up with lap traffic.
He's catching up to Mooney.
Mooney's running P14. He's having a good race.
He is. He is. And it doesn't look like he's been attacking any of the cones on this race like he was in the earlier race.
Well, he might be a little more serious on this one. Maybe.
Just a little.
Brandon running Todd Schwartz's paint job here. The Todd Schwartz Memorial paint job.
Maybe they're going to call this the Todd Schwartz Memorial Race.
Well, he's racing, so he's not dead or anything.
Well,
I shouldn't have used the word memorial.
the Todd Schwartz honorarium race?
Honorary race.
There.
Honorary race of Todd Schwartz. Yeah, there you go. Todd, you get the honorary degree
The Todd
from, yes.
race.
Yes. There you go. That,
Something like
I
that.
can't say it any better than that.
Well, there we go.
But then again, I'm not a doctor.
Well, there's a little bit of conversation there going on from Philip to somebody.
I think he just hit his button. I didn't hear anything.
Oh, okay.
I didn't hear anything. Okay, P15. Here's Rich. And Rich fell, as you saw, that little slip. He was battling right with Brandon. But now that he has lost that connection, Adam Novotny
Is out to get him.
yeah, he's all over the bumper. I think it might be that Morgan Teggy paint that's making Adam go a little faster.
You know,
What do you think?
I think either that or it's the ghost of Morgan Teggy in the car, inspiring him
Right along.
with
Right along.
the ride along with Morgan Teggy. No, not there. Now. Go.
Now.
Go hard. Go hard. Go hard.
Yeah.
Should I ever come off? No, go hard.
So Rich Hibbs hold on to fourth. Adam Novotny in P. Whoa, there's smoke. Oh, that was
That's Mooney.
Mooney slides into turn 6. Not a happy spot and not a happy driver.
And not an easy place to recover.
Well,
He'll wait.
the next spot back, P6 here after the battle for 5th. This is Josh Bailing, and Josh is running a really good race today. P6. That's what happens. You're running a really good race in P6.
Yeah.
How do you like them apples? That's tough.
When everything
is
is
tough.
as close as this run goes.
I wonder who we have out there. Do we have anybody on?
You know, I was just seeing as it was.
Whoa! Nice shooting, Tex.
Hey, there we go.
My mouse, man. I gotta get a better mouse. How did we lose two viewers? What happened? Somebody lose it? Did your internet connection drop off? Did AT&T just drop off the world? We lost 2 viewers all at once?
They dropped when we talked about Digger. Noticing
That's possible.
That's possible.
That's possible.
You know, as we're watching the ticker go across the screen right here, I just want to point out Adam Novotny, fastest lap of the race.
Nice. With the purple?
With the purple.
Nice. Purple lap for Adam. Hey, we've only got, guess how many laps are done when Morgan goes around again?
We've got 1 lap left.
There's 1 lap to go
We're
in
closing
this
in.
contest.
We're closing in on the white flag right here.
This will be the white flag lap as Morgan goes around turn 8. Coming into that final complex of 9 and 10 here.
Now, see what's going to happen with Brandon and Phillip on the championship.
You know, it's all going to come down to what drops out and what stays, because they're both going to have, you know, their 3. If the races they do today are better than ones they've done in the past, they're going to swap, which I'm guessing they are. And there's the white flag. Bernie in the flag stand going nuts as Morgan goes by. One more time around. This little gaggle here is interesting. This is for position. This is Mooney and JP for position here as they cross the line 1 to go. This might be our closest battle for position on the racetrack, but that is Dom.
And Mooney's making a move
Mooney's
for it.
making the inside. He's got alongside him. He's got a nose in there. He should be able to, but this Dom and Joe also for position right behind these two. And they're a lap ahead, so they're going to have to... Oh, Mooney comes around! Mooney, and that was Joe Fierro.
unfortunate.
That was Joe Fierro, and that is Boom City. Joe Fierro's going to have to limp around for that one to make that finish. Mooney comes around in turn 1. Did he hit the curb?
It didn't look like he hit the curb, but I
Just
couldn't.
came
I didn't
around.
have a good view of it.
Well, here it is, turns 6 and 7, as Todd Schwartz, running Brandon's paint job, lets the leader go by.
Smart man.
Which is an advantage for Todd. That means he has to drive one less lap.
There you go. There you go. Brandon coming around 9 into 10.
No,
This is a
that's
fun.
Morgan.
Or excuse me, Morgan. This is a fun little section of the track.
Yep, Morgan as he
And-
comes across gives us a little wave.
Yeah, there
And
we go.
victory once again, Morgan Teggy. And let's see what's going on here. Number 99, Philip Scott
Philip
coming
Scott.
across. And he is 4 seconds. Brandon closed it up
Yep.
to 4 seconds. Philip finishes second. Brandon in third as he comes across the line. Rich Hibbs is coming across in fourth, followed by Adam Novotny right behind him. And then we got number 1, Josh Baling coming across. Dom Ford in the 16 car. First race of his east to west racing career.
I guess he heard us when
And
we
a
were telling him.
P7. But a P7 is not a P5.
That's
he
right. So we
stay.
can still race with JNR.
Yeah, he can still race with JNR. So. And then Joe Fierro limps that thing home after T-boning Mooney. Rick Wishon in the 74, coming around turn 10 now. And he is followed by Julian Lockwood. Julian Lockwood has spun in the final corner. Julian Lockwood has spun. Ryan Fry takes P10.
Oh my!
Yeah, Julian
Goodness.
drops to P11 on the last corner. That was the 910 complex. And that puts Sean Williams in the 6 car. That puts him in P12. And Todd Schwartz with the lap down. So everybody's come around now. That is the finish of this one. Wow, what a great battle. Let me see if we can get anybody to come up to the booth. And why is this here? What do you do?
All right. Congratulations, Morgan, on the win. Amazing race, guys. Super clean, except for that little incident we had at the beginning. Last race of the year. Thank you so much for allowing me to be part of this, and I've really enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll be here with y'all next season. Have a great rest of your weekend.
Big
Oh, and I
thanks.
will be in here for post-race if anybody wants to go over any of their incidents.
Thanks, Jaden. Appreciate everything.
Jaden's been a great
No
addition.
problem. Thank you, Brandon.
Yes, he has. It
Great
allows for a much more collaborative race style, but also an opportunity really for the broadcast to become something that can be enjoyable for people who may not necessarily understand everything about racing and just want to have an enjoyable race.
Yeah. Should we drop into the lobby and see if we can talk to any of the leaders?
I think we should.
Let's try it. Hey guys, this is Ron
And Todd.
in the booth. What a great
Hello,
race.
gentlemen.
Congratulations to our winner. That would be, is that Morgan?
It's Morgan. But,
Morgan.
But that paint job.
I think it was actually, was it Morgan?
Was it Morgan or was
or
it?
was it Adam? I don't know.
So confused.
I'll take credit for it.
Nice. Good win, Morgan. Good job.
Hey, thanks, guys.
That was a masterful run. I think you got max points today. Did you get a 0x too?
Oh, definitely not. I didn't have very much time to practice this one, so it took me a long time to kind of get the flow, so I'd stop getting silly off tracks.
Okay, all right. That was a good run. And Philip, P2 for you tonight. And I don't
Yeah.
think that's enough to move ahead.
Yeah,
Probably P3 in the championship.
I wanted to see. I obviously that was my goal. I just wanted to do as good as I could. And
You know, with
thankfully,
that lap 1 mess, we'll just call it a mess. You
Yeah.
came through that, and I'm like, whoa.
yeah,
Philip's out front, and Brandon's in like 28th out of 22 drivers.
yeah. I just knew obviously, this car. Sometimes it doesn't exactly fit my driving style nowadays, and I was just pushing as hard as I could. And at first, I was kind of saving until Morgan got to me, and then I started to push to try to keep in his slipstream. And I kind of was close there for a while. Then once the pit stops happened, I slid into my box a little too far and then lost a couple seconds, and that was that. And my tires were toast anyway.
Well, it was a great race to watch. It was a lot of fun. Good job on the P2 tonight. Brandon,
Yeah.
I don't know how you avoided damage, but you didn't avoid the mess on turn 1, lap 1. But awesome recovery. P3 ended up on the podium. Great race.
Thanks. Yeah, that was. I have to go back and look at that beginning to see what actually happened, but I thought I was clear of it, and then I got hit. Yeah, it seemed to be driving okay, just maybe a little bit down on lap time, but not too much. So I didn't try to pit early or anything, just run it out and keep going. I should have put a little bit more fuel in at the stop. I might have had a chance to catch up to Phil there at the end, but I was having to lift and coast to save fuel. I came across the line with like 0.05 left in the tank.
Nothing like pushing it right to the edge, right?
Yeah, yep.
Well, good race, guys. Rich, nice P4 out there. Good race for you. Nice and clean all night long. Little bobble there, letting Brandon get by with a couple to go.
Yeah, avoiding that wreck on the first lap, I got some front right damage, and it just took forever to adjust to. And then after the stop, I was still driving it the way it had a damaged front suspension.
There you go.
So it kind of caught me out. And then once Brandon got past me, I went faster than I'd gone all race, and my second fastest lap was my last lap, my second last lap.
Well,
so,
we had we got some nice advertising time for your iRace control on the back of the car. Just letting you know.
Nice. Nice.
It might have been right before the spin.
It was right as the spin. We watched you and talked how nice about your company, and then the next thing we know, we're saying, "Oh, look, he just spun out. He must have been listening to us."
I have no
curse.
clue.
It was our fault. Sorry.
I have no clue how, one, Brandon missed me, and two, how I didn't stuff it in the inside pit wall.
Well, I saw some smoke starting, and I'm just like, if he's going, it's going to wrap around to the inside. So I'm like, I'm just going to be prepared. And sure enough, then I just
You went way wide.
Slight adjustment to the wheel, and I was able to go off track. Got to slow down, but that's better than.
I was thinking you got to slow down. Yeah, I was thinking you probably got to slow down for that. Yeah. Good racing all around. Adam Novotny in the Morgan Teggy inspired paint job comes in P5. Brandon running the I think it was actually, what did we call it? It was the Todd tribute paint night. Was that what it was? Is that what we were doing tonight?
Well, that, and we mixed them up. So I'm running Todd's, Morgan is running Adam is running Morgan, Todd is running my green and purple. And then Sean had the Cleveland Llama, which was the mashup where they put Morgan and my face on the side of the car.
You know, when you guys watch the replay and you see how enthusiastic I was reporting that you guys messed it all up, so I didn't know who was who.
Yes, 100%. That was the whole goal for this week being the finale. We needed to mess with the broadcasters, so
deliberate.
You succeeded.
Was awesome.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Race was secondary to screwing up your guys' broadcast.
I don't know that you could screw up our broadcast at all. We just, but we did have a lot of fun with it. That's for sure.
It was a good time. It was a good time. Great race, everybody. Nice to watch. Hopefully you guys had fun out there. It sure looked like it. It was a fun season. Congratulations to Morgan on the championship. I hear Jeff has some pretty sweet hardware coming your way. He's not here in the chat, but I can attest that now, I don't know if you guys know this, but JNR Craftworks, being a full-on sponsor now to East to West Racing, is actually making the GT3 Challenge trophy as their sponsor. So that they're going to go all out on those trophies, and I haven't seen it. I'd love to. When you get it in your hand, you got to put up a picture of it for us. But
why didn't you tell me that before the season?
Well, the deal was made about 6 weeks ago. We started the JNR Craftworks series. So, but a lot of fun. It's been a really great season. I'm going to post some stats later on, probably tomorrow or the next day. I'll get some stats out there for you guys. I'll get all the points done, team points. I'll get all that stuff done, and we'll get it out there. So appreciate everybody. Thanks for the great, awesome season. Season 7 is going to be magnificent 7. I hope you guys like the track choices. Right back to some really good, well-known. I don't have to practice that one because I've never seen it before. I shouldn't be hearing anything like, I just bought this track from anybody. Should be a lot of fun. So thanks, everybody.
All right.
Have a great night. As always, be safe out there when you're racing around on the road. Don't race on the road at all. Race with us. iRacing, East to West Racing. We're here every Sunday night, and it's been a blast. Season 6 conclusion tonight. Congrats to all the drivers.
Thank you, Ron. Thanks for a great season.
Yeah, thanks, Ron.
Thanks, Ron. This is
Thanks,
awesome.
Ron.
All right, I feel good now.
Thanks, Ron.
We all
all right. I'm going back up to my booth.
we all apologize for any complaints.
Good night, guys. Thanks for the races.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's it from the lobby. We heard from our winner, Morgan Teggy, Philip Scott, Brandon, Rich, and Adam. What a great race. Top 5 finishers. Really some good action all the way through. What did you think?
Good action all the way through. But for me, at least, I think the best part about this is not just that they all raced well, but that they're all very good to each other. There was, even looking at some of the comments in the Discord, lots of congratulations out to Morgan for the win, and congratulations out for the championship. I mean, it's just these are a great group of people that enjoy racing as hard as they possibly can, but doing it all in a spirit of friendship and good fun.
Yeah, definitely. And these guys.
And I gotta tell you,
year to year in, year out, these guys are all together. The guys up front. You look at the drivers that finished up front: Morgan, Brandon, Adam. These guys all live fairly close together. They all live in the great state of Ohio. Mm-hmm. And recently, they all got together at a go-kart track and went at it. And they had a blast.
I would have paid to see that.
Sean Williams was there. There was 4 or 5 of them. I think Todd Schwartz may have made it. So I think there was 5 guys that all got together, all from that same region.
Maybe that's where they all decided that they were going to mix up the paint jobs.
That possibly could have been it. That could have been it. But I'm glad the proof was there that they were messing with me. Thank you.
And I just have to say, I think that if I have to pick 2 highlights for the race, for me as far as watching this, but also commentating it, the first one is watching Brandon come from so far down,
yes,
to then position himself P3 for the race. Just an incredible job of being patient, of being focused. I don't think Brandon had a single mental error as we were watching through the race.
No, I don't think so.
And Philip did, and we watched some other places where that happened, but that was just really fun to watch as Brandon just dialed it in, stayed focused, stayed concentrated, and made his way through the race. The other thing that for me was a lot of fun to watch was Dom Ford.
Yes.
First race.
Yes. First race of the group. Yes, absolutely. Dom, what a great addition.
I think he finished P7, right?
Yeah, he was he was right here.
Yep.
Dom Ford.
There he is.
1, 2. You got to count them.
1, 2, 3, 4,
7.
5, 6, 7.
Yep,
there
you're
you
right.
Go. I was right.
Where are we? 03,
Once in a
05,
while, I'm pretty smart.
GT. Once in a while. Okay, Doc. All right, let me get I want to pull this up just so we have it for the final here as we close it off. The season finale. Hello, season finale.
From here,
there's
here
the
in
results.
Austria.
From Austria, from Spielberg, Austria. Big Wizard TV bringing you the end of this one. Morgan Teggy takes the win. Philip Scott, Brandon Dooley on the podium, and there's your finishing order right there. And you know what we could do we could actually let people see the finishing order by getting rid of our picture.
Maybe we should get rid of our picture.
Get rid of our mug, and they can see it. Let's see. Oh, look at that.
There we go. Look at that.
Let's drop these off. Look, you can see the whole thing. You can see the whole screen. Morgan, Philip, Brandon, Rich, Adam, Josh, Dom, Joe, Rick, Ryan, Julian, Sean, Todd, Jeff, that's JP, Eric, Alex, Gray, Mooney, Richard, Jeff Wyatt, Ricky Renner, Jason Rabe. That's your order. 22 drivers started. and we had 21 finish the race. Woo!
Great night.
Great night, great season.
So, how long until we start season 7?
4 weeks. It'll be
4
actually
weeks
it'll be
off.
right after. It'll be the week after Easter. So it'll be it's about 6 weeks from now. When we
Okay.
start season 7. It's going to be great. You'll love the racetracks on season 7. We're starting it off with Nürburgring, Nordschleife. We're starting right off with the big one. It's like NASCAR. Let's start with the Super Bowl first. Yeah, we're going to start it off with Nürburgring.
I've told you how I feel about Nürburgring.
Yeah, I know. I didn't set the schedule for you, my friend. I'm sorry.
I know.
Sorry about that.
I appreciate that.
I would recommend using the driving line.
I will use the driving line. I may even have had enough time to have driven that track more than just the practice and the qualifying before the race.
Practice gets you 1 lap. Qualifying gets you 1 more. Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. This is Ron with Big Wizard TV on behalf of our sponsors, Stair Fittings Incorporated, J&R Craftworks, Grandpa'sKitchen.com. I don't think I mentioned anybody during the whole race. I'm sorry about that, sponsors. But hey, now that there's only 2 viewers left at the end of this whole thing, we're going to close it down. Let's tell everybody about our sponsors.
We got great sponsors.
We got great sponsors. And then don't forget, Dragonfire Artistry out there drawing some pictures for us. So appreciate that. They got some awards coming. We got to figure those out. But we'll get those out to the drivers. And it's been a blast. It's been a great season. Be safe. Don't race on the road. Race here with us at iRacing, as always. And we'll see you guys on the next one. It'll be in a little while, but we'll be back. Big Wizard TV, this is Ron, signing off.